So, good evening, everybody. It is 8:05 on Friday, April 28th, and we are going to do 30 minutes today because I am not feeling well, and I want to go to sleep. Um, so we are going to give you a little bit of an update and take a bunch of your questions and call it a night. You guys have been doing really great on your homework assignments. I'm very proud of all of you. We keep putting up a bunch. Um, I want to see, let me check and see. I did a video late last night, and you know what's disappointing is the video that I had put up that all of you had sent to City Council last night. What was frustrating about that is that email went out to thousands it went out several hundred times to City Council members, but it's only been viewed 31 times. So that's telling me that City Council's not looking at our emails that we're sending them. They're getting them, but they're not looking at them, or not looking into them.
Probably just deleting them at this point.
Yeah. So I don't know. Got to make it more difficult, I guess. But let's see. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware that Monday is May 1st. That's when that window opens. But remember, it's the beginning of the window. We want nobody to freak out, nobody to get worried, nobody to get anxious. We have until June 30th. Our case will be filed soon. And we still need a little bit more time to dot those I's and cross those T's. And we'll also be rolling out an email to those that we believe would help us our case with some affidavits. So you're going to get an email from us, if not tonight, probably tomorrow, depends how I feel, but it will go out tomorrow latest. Michelle, I'm thinking you and I might want to do that over coffee tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
And
that's fine.
and then get both of those out in the morning. So look for those emails tomorrow. If you don't get one, don't feel bad. It's just we've had a very large response and we don't need 26,000 of them. We just need like a couple hundred. And so don't feel bad if you don't get an email asking you for one. Know that you're still part of this mission. Um, so so that is helpful. And we don't want you to jump the gun. We don't want you to try to stop your healthcare plan. We don't want you to, pull out of the health plan program for the city. We want you to just take your time because there's still questions you need to ask. If you need to contact your physicians to find out if they take the Aetna Medicare Advantage plan, that's important. That is important to ask if they are in network or accepting it for payment. So those are your key questions. What else have we got? I'm not seeing questions. Oh, here is it. I had a delayed reaction.
Yes,
I think
we are aware that a bunch of people, I've been scrolling through some of the emails. I know I haven't been getting back to you guys a lot, but I've been working with the lawyers a lot lately. So it's been difficult. We've been all chatting. I know a lot of you still have not received the books from Aetna. Also, we know that a lot of you have been getting those nasty grams from Aetna requesting your Medicare card,
cards.
right? Saying that, oh, they're gonna, cancel your insurance. And there's a reason for the reason why they're asking for it. So do not give it to them.
Don't give it to them yet. Wait.
Okay, right. So wait on that. We will have more information about that next week. Okay, so just sit on that letter, tuck it away in your little clipboard or little thing that you keep by the phone with your menus and all that stuff. We'll get back to you with that information.
Yes, and the one link that I do want to make sure as many of you signed on to is we put up a link that if you are living in the 5 boroughs, we wanted you to sign up and tell us who your council member was and fill out your name and phone number and whatever, your name and email. Because we're trying to start setting up trying to set up meetings with the city council members with their constituents. And we want a bunch of you on those calls. So it's important to make sure that you guys are there and let your council member hear what you have to say. So please click that link. I will repost that tonight before we close up our page. It'll be up on top. Please, please, please send that and fill out that information. If you are in the 5 boroughs, put your contact info there that you want to be in a meeting with your council member, who that council member is, and then click send. We're probably going to shut that link down probably Sunday or Monday. So in order to start getting those meetings scheduled, so start to do that for us. And then, keep doing the emails like you've been doing them. I'm fully aware that the council probably isn't happy about having their email boxes all filled up, but you know what? I think tough noogies at this point. There's a lot of things we're not happy about, and they don't seem to be addressing that either. So I think that there's a way of being able to address things if they want to address them. They can't say, I'm sick and tired, quite honestly, of hearing, we got your back. Well, I keep going, yeah, all right, you got my back. Where are you? Because there's no one behind me. There's no one behind you. There's no one behind us. And if you got my back, then you got my back. But if I don't see you when I turn around, then you're just saying it because it's the right thing to say. But when you really need someone there, they're not there. And to me, that's just, I'm sorry, put your money where your mouth is at this point. Tell me exactly you got my back and tell me you got my back, but just don't tell me, show me. So I think now's the time. You got our back, show us you got our back. And I think that's the right thing to ask. So. And Elterman says, hi from New York City. I have not gotten a full booklet. One, I called 18 times, sent to Michelle, having trouble emailing Brad. He is low on votes. But not coming back after an hour timeout. He needs more votes. He needs more emails. I know he does. Don't worry. I think we're working on a meeting with him too, but I honestly, let's see what happens next week. Whole nother day. I know, Wendy, I mean, I'm always going to tell it like it is. You're always going to know how I feel. You're going to know what I think. I'm one of those people that I wear my heart on my sleeve, and you'll always know what's going on in my mind. Like it or not, it's just the way it is. But I believe in being honest and upfront. I'm not going to tiptoe or, twinkle toe to ballet dance around some bush. I'm just going to tell you right to your face exactly how I feel. And I think people should expect that honesty and should appreciate it. Sometimes being told, how people are going to be affected by this isn't always a pretty subject, but you know what? If you don't look at it head on, then I'm allowing you to keep your head in the sand like an ostrich, and that's not what I'm going to do. So I'm sick and tired of hearing the mayor's office say it's a cheaper plan. It's better. It's got perks. Well, what? I'm sorry. So I get a watch, but I can't see my doctor. I have a watch, but my drug plan costs more money. I can get a ride to a doctor if my doctor would take the plan, but I'm supposed to be happy because it's cheaper for you. I mean, so you got to be able to, you got to call it out the way it is. I'm sorry. You can be polite about it. You can be professional about it. You could be to the point. And I think time now is be to the point. Let's see. Joe Borelli on Twitter was very annoyed with our constant emails. Too bad. Oh, I didn't see that. I'm going to have to go look. Ellen, was that today? I have not been on social media today. George, why would they want our Medicare cards? Well, because in order to put you into Aetna, they have to give your Medicare numbers to Medicare to get you off of Medicare into Medicare Advantage. This is what shows to you, they're disenrolling you from Medicare and enrolling you into Medicare Advantage. So that's why they want your numbers. But it is in a process that they do have to do. It is legal. But we are trying to address that. Please just wait till next week that we get an answer. I think that's the right thing to do. So Laura says, city council needs to see that we exist and that our situation is real and alarming. Yes, they do. Diane says, I would love to talk to my council member, Tiffany Caban. I am extremely disappointed in her lack of response. Lillian, my PCP office manager wants to know what percentage the doctor will be getting if she accepts MAP. Honestly, Lillian, I can't answer that question. Michelle and I were talking about that today. I don't know what they're going to get, how much they would get.
Right. So if you know any doctors or staff that would like to talk to us, please email me.
I am going to send you an email when this is over because I'm using my phone, but for questions, but I have an email to send you on that topic. And I think they want my head in the sand these days. Well, the council members, I think, want their heads in the sand. They don't want to look. I think they think if they don't see it, it doesn't exist, right? So. Remember something, I can't contact Congress people that are not in our district, but that is coming. So hang tight, because there's another thing like we've been doing on the side in our free time. It's a national campaign that we started working on with the Delaware retirees, and we're getting ready to roll it out. If I felt better, I promise I would have done it tonight, but and we met again with them this morning while I was undergoing my treatment, and I will get that out by Sunday, I think. My goal will be to get that national thing out. You're gonna hate me because you're gonna have homework every single day. Ellen, also, I was on an Aetna presentation today. I could not understand them at all. Every other word cut out. It was an insult. Did you put that in the chat, Ellen? Did you tell them that it was a horrible connection? Anne Marie, Ileana, what do I do when I go to my cardiologist on May 16th for insurance, Medicare, and Anne Marie, you're still in Medicare and you're still in senior care, I'm assuming, if that is your plan. You still give them the cards. Whatever your insurance today is what you give them. So if Mount Sinai doctors can't tell me that they take the plan, shall I fill out an affidavit? I believe, Deborah, your name might be on that list.
Right, because we're still getting more information about the hospitals in, out, maybe they don't know. Plus, I'm still keeping track of that.
The abandonment, lying, and inactivity shown by our officials needs to be met full on. Fill up their emails and call centers. I think we'll start calling again next week. Janet Coburn, since the council members are not reading the emails, could something be organized to sign up different individual retirees and pairs of different retirees to go to council member offices in each person's day to lobby them or their staff on our behalf? Well, that's another reason, Janet, that we want to be able to get who's in whose district, is to start doing local events, because we did say we're taking it to their district and we're going to take it to their district. They want to ignore us. We're going to start talking to all of their constituents and telling them what they're not doing to help us. Sandy Wall, I never received my booklet. I called OLR several weeks ago. They did not have my current address, even though I had updated it 8 years ago, and they said they updated. I know that is a completely inept office. Nothing has changed. Nothing in like, I don't know, 30 years of dealing with them. Nothing has changed.
Oh, I can account for that, the email that I got today.
Yeah, I know. Did something from Aetna come through the mail asking for our Medicare cards? I do not think so, Sherry. Some people are getting them, some people are not.
Right.
I think Marsha Kramer is interviewing the mayor tomorrow at Gracie Mansion. I don't know if it's pre-recorded, but if someone can get her to present our problem, that would be great.
Mm.
I spoke to Gail Brewer on the street last month. She said she supports us. She's full of it. I'm not sure she'll budge. Well, Ellen, I have to tell you, she's willing to say, and this is again, put your money where your mouth is. You can't tell me you support us, but then do nothing when we ask you to do something to support us. Do you support us? Yes or no? Well, then that comes with a responsibility. What are you going to do? I mean, and it's really simple. Janet Buck, Eric Botcher's office has not declared enough dedication to this cause. I keep trying to encourage him to speak up and speak out. He does for other causes. Yes, he does. I agree with you 100%. He's not alone. Are the meetings with the council members going to be in person or via phone conference or Zoom? Karen, probably during Zoom. Not a question, but rather a request. Is there anyone attending the UFT RTC chapter on May 1 at UFT headquarters in Manhattan? Those retirees received an email this week. I am registered already. It would be nice if some of us could attend, listen, take notes, and ask questions. This is part of the agenda. A representative from Aetna will give a presentation on the Aetna Medicare Advantage PPO plan, and UFT Michael Mulgrew and Aetna rep will take questions about the new health plan. So who's going with me? Anyone who wants to go to that UFT meeting on May 1, Larry's looking for company.
So
Andrew King, who was, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Andrew King, who was my councilman until Kevin Riley won. He's running again this year against Kevin Riley. I know Andrew King is a dirtbag, so Kevin Riley needs to fight for his constituents. I wish I read that before you had me say it. Thank you, Sonia. Well, I would say do this now that you have that out in the open. I would say call Kevin Riley, ask him where he stands. What is he going to do? Or tell him the retirees are going to back the other guy. If the other guy says he's going to have our back, who's got our back? That's where we're going.
Because old people vote.
That's right.
That's what we do.
That's hysterical. Oh my gosh.
So Beverly Zimmerman goes, at the CSA Zoom day before yesterday, we were told that if the doctor accepts Aetna MAP PPO, that they will absolutely accept the City of New York MAP PPO. You don't have to say City of New York, they will accept it. That's what we were told. So you know what's funny about that whole statement? Because I know we're not allowed to say CONY, City of New York, but meanwhile, all the paperwork that they give you still says City of New York. But what's even more funny is that there is a hospital or an eye center of one of the retirees that says that, there's an Aetna PPO Medicare Advantage plan. But what's even more funny is that the only Aetna Medicare Advantage PPO plan that they take is a premier PPO plan. So that kind of just squashes that whole idea that just because it's an Aetna Medicare Advantage PPO plan doesn't mean that they're going to accept the CONY or the premier or that plan. So again, I'm not the City of New York. It's like the Hamburglar.
It's incognito. It doesn't know what it wants to be. And the funniest shit ever, the people at the MLC meeting told us that Alan Klinger, the lawyer for the MLC, said that Aetna is saying that our retirees are so stupid that we're calling, or they think we're doing this on purpose, that we're calling, asking our doctors if they take the Medicare Advantage Plus plan. I'm like, oh my God, that's so stupid. We're not using those words. That's the old plan. That plan is dead. We killed that plan last year. Like, seriously? And that's what he said.
Like like bad propaganda, it's like, come on.
Yeah. And what's the purpose of of notifying it as a plan? These doctors absolutely know what plan we're talking about. We're definitely using the Aetna name. I mean, this is just a joke. They want to think we're stupid or doing something so devious. No, your plan is inept. Your rollout is inept. It's just as inept, if not worse than the last one, and they want to think we don't know the name of the damn plan. Not even Aetna knows what to call their own plan.
We gotta put it back up. I like that. That's like,
Oh, you did?
yeah, I do. I like that.
Etna doesn't even know what it is. That's a good Hamburglar mask I made.
Yes, it is. That came out good. But anyway, so you can't,
So Michael Antwerp says doctors should be writing affidavits. Should we put that out as a homework assignment? Michael, I would say go ahead, but the last time we only got like a handful of those. If there is any doctor that would be willing, if any of your doctors would be willing to write an affidavit, just basically stating that they will not be accepting the Aetna Medicare Advantage PPO plan. Perfect. See if they would do it. See if they would do it. And if they don't have a notary in their office and they can't get it done timely, and the doctor's really willing to write a good one, we'll send one to his office that he could do it right there. I think we can get the board to approve that, right?
yeah.
I think so. There are traveling notaries in
There are.
most parts of the country.
Yeah, so I would say if anyone's doctor is willing to do it, but they're not, but they give you the excuses if they don't have time to get a notary, tell them no problem. As long as the document's a good document, I mean, it's a good affidavit, I'll be glad to get the board to put in a request to pay for that. So I want to wrap this up if there's anything urgent. I didn't see the Brad Lander letter on the Action Network. Yep, you can continue to email him, Laura. I'll put up all those links again tonight.
Wendy Beck, no, there is no number for this plan. We don't have one, so you can't ask for the plan by number. I know the doctor's office, I know they all ask, is there an ID number? That's the best way to find out if they're gonna take it. So no, there isn't.
And I'm just gonna do my weekly Friday song and dance. We gotta pay the lawyers, so please keep sending us money through the different methods that are on Facebook and the website. Zelle, PayPal, Venmo, checks, all of those work.
And if there are people on our page that are new, it would be wonderful to have your, welcoming post into us that you're a first-time donor to support our litigation. There's almost 25,000 people on our page now. I mean, we've been growing, really nicely. And a lot of people have been doing this now for a while. But it's important, really important. That we can keep this fight going. We're just walking into it. So this is the next phase.
And we're all volunteers, but the lawyers are not,
I wish they were,
but they're not.
Carol says if Mr. Borelli is annoyed, it might be because he said the last time I have your back and now he's become mute. I send him emails separately every day. Well, Carol, I'm telling you, he just, what can I tell you? We should be able to sue to get all this money back after we win. I wish we did. We could. We tried that the last time, but there isn't really an avenue for us to be able to do that. Although I really tell you, I wish we were able to. We did look into it. Court dates are coming up in May. We have not been given a date yet.
Right. All right. So again, everybody just don't panic. We know the first is Monday. woosah. Okay. Breathe.
There's been no response to Linda Lee. Michelle, put that on our to-do list. Linda Lee for next week. She thinks our pledge is fake. We will need to reach out to her office.
Okay.
You can put that on the to-do list.
Mhm.
You need to update your info on CJ address in your program intro. I don't know what that means, Roberta.
And
Because-
Elderman, don't panic. It's okay. We still got a month and a half before
There's
the,
plenty of time. Last time we did this opt out in 2 weeks. So I'm going to ask you guys to not freak out, because we are we're pretty good at this by this point. We did do a lot of this the last time in basically in 2 weeks. Opt-outs took 2 weeks the last time. So
don't, you too, Ellen, don't worry. We'll walk you through. We'll have more information as the weeks come. Okay. Right, and again, it's gonna be waive, not opt out. We'll have all of that,
we'll spell it all out.
we'll spell it all out. Just bear with us.
Knowing
Okay?
how much information we give you in step by step and holding your hands and guiding you through all these processes, don't think we're not going to guide you through that. So hang tight.
We'll have
Right.
everything all lined up and ready to go. And like we said, we have everybody calling and getting your plan B in case, if for some reason I don't even want to say it, because we know we have a really strong legal team and, we're going to pound them into the ground because that's how I look at it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap this up and I'll post tonight all the links. So it's the last post that's there so that you can see everything. And if you have any questions, we'll be back on Monday. Do your homework, send out those emails. And if you get an email from us Saturday, should come sometime tomorrow regarding your affidavit. Follow the instructions, and then we will start holding webinars starting on Monday morning so that you can start to attend those. But that email will come out on Saturday, okay?
Is that I think that's a 1 o'clock on Monday, isn't
The
it?
Monday starts at 1, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday there's 2 a day.
Yeah.
All right, so that's about it. I've got nothing else. I want to thank everyone for everything that you're doing. And the moderators and the admins and all of you, and wishing all of you a very good weekend. And
Everybody enjoy, okay? And
yep, peacefulness. Good vibes, light a candle, say a prayer. Still
Absolutely.
stay calm. We're gonna get through this. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll see you Monday. Love ya.
Night.
Ciao.